Hello and welcome to tonight's game. We have FEV versus WLA. Here in the booth, we have Gitano09 and me, myself, Moby White. How's it going, Gitano?
It's going well. How about you?
I'm very excited for this game. I think it's definitely going to be a banger. I'm excited to see these teams line up. Wildstar and Hestica in the top lane. Time to Clown versus Lullaby of Woe. I think the all eyes are on how Renegade versus Karamine goes. And of course, in the bot lane, you got K and Kane versus Traction and Helium Bamboo. Um, Two solid rosters. I think this is like a really important game for WLA. Pick up a win here. And I think it's, you know, kind of the same for FEV. They went 1-2 against CKK. I think they're looking to prove themselves here tonight.
Yeah, both teams going 1-1 for the series one and lost. This is kind of the tipping scale point and a little bit of a pickup for the schedule here in the West. So just some early bans and looks right here where you got 480 carries off the field right away. So
Yeah.
FEP looking to really pick that Ash early just in case uh, you don't pick it the first three. It definitely could be panned out and you might be looking deep in your pockets. But WLA will respect the bars as well, and Victor on that other side for WLA.
Ray's Victor coming out bright and early here as an R1 pick, and that Ash Seraphine is solidifying the bot lane, looking really scary. I'm actually surprised to see FEV's Udyr coming off the table. After doing a lot of scouting, that seemed to be one of their, stronger jungle picks. But let's see how maybe they respond to this, and it's going to be Braum.
Yeah, bro, I'm just very uh, versatile with what he brings to the table. A lot of CC, a lot of stoppage as well. There is engage, disengage. Obviously, the melee matchup though against the Seraphine. So, but you also have, the encore and whatnot. So it's kind of a catch 22 of if you go in, you're kind of going all in at this point, especially with the Ash Seraphine. They're not going to let you get away that quickly here. So it looked like top laners are now getting banned out. Cassante, Aurelia, Mordekaiser, and Malphite all off of the board going forward here. So WLA saving that top counter pick here if the J4 is locked in. A really, really good piece of this too. Just Thunderdoming the Ash and the Seraphine plus the
Mm-hmm.
Udyr. So now you almost force them to pick someone mobile um, on the other side if they want to try to get out of there. Otherwise, a Victor ult on top of Braum ult with that J4 could just spell disaster.
Well, Karamine pulling out that Ari, and then Hestica. Sorry, not Hestica. That is FEV's Wildstar playing Mbessa, and we'll have to see how Hestica responds to this. Um, I'm liking a lot of this Wombo combo coming out from both sides here. I think Karamine really showed themselves on Ari the other day. Um, so we'll have to see how that does into Victor. Well, that was actually, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Donny B's played the Ari into Victor. It was Ray's Victor. So we'll have to see how this matchup goes for Ray this time around. And it's going to be Shen, which I think really solidifies and makes that Jarvan J4 going combo pretty big.
Yeah, especially with the melees we see on the other side, a little bit of cooldowns on the RA, but once she kind of
Hmm.
uses those bursts, then it's all up to that, Ash, Udyr, and Bessa. But with that Shen being able to block quite a bit,
Hmm.
stand united with the J4, kind of really plucking them away here. We'll have to see how the Mbessa Shen matchup goes early on here. Feel for FEV, there's a lot of pick potential here. You got the Seraphine, the
Absolutely.
Ari, the Mbessa, like Udyr. They're run down on you comp
Even
teams too with
Ash
the Ash
are.
Arrow. Yes, those things can really get you kind of caught out and get you in trouble here. And if WLA aren't focusing on the warding early, making sure they're taking the good team fights when all five are there, or at least they have enough members to really come together, that could spell disaster. But on the flip side of that, for WLA, what a freaking wombo combo on top of each other. It's the good old "don't stand so close to me" comp, because if you do, J4 will light you up, and the rest of the team will show you what the
Yeah.
wombo combo is.
And, it almost feels a little dissynergist in a way, because you have a bit of dive mixed with a bit of peel and poke. So I'm very interested to see how they pull off this team fight and play it out. But what I do like from WLA is they have a really strong front line that can peel for this Varus and this Victor. And when you don't see damage being put onto those two backliners, I think the damage just ramps in team fights at a scale, and it's going to be really hard for Feeve to. I mean, they have Seraphine, but we'll see how if they can heal through all that damage coming out.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see how the early game plays out for them, and if FEV start to get the snowball rolling, it's just going to be nuts. Like, WLA, no matter how much you come together, if FEV is, really aggressive early on, it's going to be very difficult here. Plus, they have the Udyr, which I can't wait for someone to try to run after him and just
Yeah,
not be able to catch him at some point. It's like chasing a singe. It's like you
I mean
you
they got the
don't.
baby cage, right? Like they got they got Jarvan. They can put him in the Cataclysm, but if he gets out of that, like there's just no stopping him.
Yeah. Victor's doesn't have a lot of hard CC. Varus only has the ult available, and that's only going to save you for so long. Braum, does add the layer of CC there, as well as the Shen taunt. You do have the knockup for J4, but on the off chance when it's lane phase and you're kind of more spread out, you kind of see him run around, and you're just like, oh, what do we do to stop it?
And I think that's the question that they're gonna have to answer tonight. Here is what do you do to stop that? At some point, Seraphine's scaling is just going to keep them in the game, and that Udyr is just going to be running down your carries, and it's on that front line to keep them off and peel that damage and make sure that Varus stays alive. Well,
Yeah.
very excited for this game. Very excited for these matchups. It looks like it's just going to be back and forth potential fighting here. Lots of team fight potential, so I'm very excited to see how this goes.
What are your predictions for game one here? Who you thinking?
Oh man, I think I think overall I think that in the bot lane we have a Varus versus an Ashe, and I think Varus is a little bit stronger right now than Ashe is. Um, if I had to give it overall to the team that I like coming out of the gate here, I got to go with WLA's draft.
Yeah, I'm really liking it too. It's just a clean, simple wombo combo. Get
Hmm.
someone in the J4 ult and then just pound them down until they're
Yeah,
on
there's
base.
a lot more skill involved with FEV's team fight combo, whereas J4's Cataclysm is just point and click. Shen is just point and click right on top of him. WLA dropping that Victor ulti, is just drop it and it goes after people, right? So a lot of free, easy setup.
Yep.
Love
I
that.
agree. Yeah, keep it simple, especially on game one.
Looking good
Uh,
for my pick'ems, that's for sure. Yeah. So all right, we'll send it here out to break, and we'll be right back with the game in a moment. just hide time controls. And then do objective timers. Perfect. Whenever you want to count the sun is fine. Welcome here to game number 1 here, WLA versus FEV Forge Esports, Vanguard versus White Lotus Azalea. Not much going on here in the early game here. Teams lining up 5v5. A little bit of a drop ward there. Hestica getting it off. I think it will get spotted out there by Wildstar. A little bit of a scuffle happening here already. Wildstar is fighting Hestica, going all out almost immediately.
Yeah, I think if you're Shen, you just kind of want to hold off a little bit and wait till you get a couple more abilities here to fight. Just because you're gonna, have that shield right away, but the combo really doesn't come online until 2, fully all the way to 3 there. So we'll see how aggressive Wildstar wants to play this with the Shen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in that lane, it looks like, if I'm Shen, I probably want to just freeze the wave at my tower and not really take too many fights, but I'm not too familiar with that matchup because I haven't really laned into Mbessa a lot, but she does a lot of jumping, she does a lot of movement. I don't like it.
Yeah, if you were playing Poppy, it's you're kind of in heaven, but unfortunately for Shen, it's kind of just going to be a kind of sit there and take it for a little bit here. But
Well, Hestika's going all in here in a minion wave, taking themselves down to about half health. Wildstar is sort of winning that trade as he fights on top of the minions.
yeah, and towards the bot side, it looks like Ash and Vars both have the same bow that they're using. They're both like arc light type deal. So the next time, yeah, it looks like it came from the same place.
Well, Wildstar is getting taken down really low there by Hestica. Is going to have to be very careful as this wave is getting shoved in. I had not realized that, Jen does so much damage early.
Yeah, just having the taunt to be able to block a lot of auto attacks like that, you proc grasp, and it is nuts how much damage you have on that. Wildstar being able to get away right at the end there, but you have to wonder how long it is before Shen just automatically pushes you in, starts to roam, and then you start to feel, a little of that pressure of, okay, I need to start making plays.
Hey Google, turn off.
J4 here looking towards the bot side early.
Wildstar will teleport back to the lane. Lane is pushed down toward his favor, so he's going to be able to come back with items and fight a little bit more favorably here. But Gang's coming down here, Lullaby low, looking maybe for potential flag and drag. Nothing coming out of it. Traxon and Helium Bamboo are going to come off the wave there and just let things settle. Time to Clown coming through the mid lane here. Looking potentially to double scuttle as Lullaby Vote shows themselves bot side.
Yeah, double scuttle as you just mentioned here. So a little bit behind on the J4, but you're also kind of that early ganker. So it's not unusual to, fall behind a little bit early just in case you do get something a lane ahead. But a lot of trading here back and forth again from Heston.
Wildstar getting really low. He's going to have to be careful. Time to Clown here to help out. Hestica is looking potentially trying to run in, but he's going to dash himself out. He's going to put down his W and be able to dodge all of those abilities coming out from Time to Clown.
Yeah, it's a little bit demoralizing when you do have the flank and Shen just kind of whistles as he just says, "All right, let's try it, go for it."
Ooh.
Meanwhile, mid lane Ari landing that charm, great trade there.
Ooh, double E coming out there from Helium Bamboo is going to go wide. No stun is going to be picked up, but back to the mid lane, and now top as Bite is just on. Meanwhile, Charm comes out and is missed in the mid lane by Akira Mine, and Renegade is shoving Akira off the wave. Those lasers are doing some damage.
Yeah, Victor Laser doing just a really good job of poking, and it really is unfair range in the beginning, and then once you upgrade with a Hextech core, standing in both, the first and then the aftermath of it too, just kind of really hits you hard. Charm missing once again here, so Renegade just having a little bit of fancy feet here in the beginning.
I don't know if it
Dragon,
hit, but it actually killed a minion, so there's that going for him, I guess.
it's a win. We'll count it as a victory.
That was intentional, right?
Sure. I also land charms on minions for not not missing. It's just a warning shot.
Uh,
Shen grabbing 6 early here too, just because he was able to stay in lane while Wildstar did back.
Lullaby here out clearing vision on the Drake pit, looking to start it potentially here early. Braum here is able to make the rotation and just help him get that Drake started. Wildstar getting taken on to Hestica. Could look to go all out, I guess, with that public execution. That's what it's called, not all out. That's the other guy.
Yeah.
Understood.
Drake taken pretty low here at 500 is going to smite. So that will be a free dragon here. And Void Rope's not taken on the other side. Usually you see, that trade back and forth here, but it sounds good. But WLA has a chance here to go both objectives early if J4 wants to just run straight to the Void Grubs.
And we have a pause here for a technical issue. We were just going to try and fix our, I think, mini-map scale. It's a little too big, but it should be better now. And we were back in action. Void Grubs are coming out here. Braum is able to block that double stun, taking most of the damage there himself. Good heads up play there by WL Kane, and I don't know if it's Kane or Kanai, but they're doing okay.
I'm sure we'll hear it afterwards, or someone in the chat will correct us if we are wrong. Udyr, though, starting off the Void Grubs, J4 as well, coming around side here. Both mid laners have not rotated over to help, so it looks like they're just going to give out the Void Grubs and take the Draga as the constellation from the other side.
And Connect getting a little low there as double stuns is coming out. Charm did go here a little bit wide here a little bit earlier by Akira Mine, but Laser's coming down, taking Kira down to half health. And Kira's trying to maintain that mid prio for this wave state.
Yeah, they have to be careful bot side not to take too much poke going back and forth here, just because you could get in kill range pretty quickly. Just a quick mention to Ashe taking the cleanse as well as VAR, so no barrier on either side. So what health you see is kind of what you get at this point here. Renegade still pushing up with that Victor. Still pretty healthy on mana and health here, but gonna back quick. No objective on the board just yet.
I gotta say, it is a little demoralizing when you're playing like Ashe or Victor and they take cleanse.
Yeah. I mean, with the Victor, you have to literally step in the gravity field or be really kind of caught out here for that. I think they're looking more for, the Shen taunt or possibly the Bra multi, not them trying to grab out. Taunt on top side.
Yeah, back and forth still here. They are just fighting. I'm surprised to see Hestica not getting maybe a thorn mail here or some sort of armor item early. Rushing straight into that heart steel and got those, the new mobility boots with the empowered backs, the souls.
Yeah, interesting. I thought, like you said, maybe we had the, plated boots or quick thorn mail would do wonders here, but kind of opting for the hard steel must feel good already. But looks like we got
Charm coming down here by Seraphine, nothing coming out of it. Well, still a little bit back and forth here in the bot lane as it is a 3v3 going on.
Yeah, both
Hestica's
sides
could
getting. Oh,
cool gets the taunt off, and Hestica has to flash out of there.
that was pretty close here. Shed going under tower, trying to stop the back, then flashing out, and then Wildstar ults and a very wild trade back and forth here. Meanwhile, towards the bot side, just once again more trades back and forth, but a 0-0 game. Flash by
Yep.
Wildstar.
Clown is here to get the gank off, and first blood is going to go over to Udyr as public execution comes out and is able to stop Hestica before they can get into tower range, and FEV is on the board. Also, flash coming out here by Ray and not Magnus Storm, but you know Victor spells. What's his ult called?
The ultimate thingy-mabobber. There.
That one, exactly that one. Ultimate coming down by Victor is going to cause a Kiramene to back and teleport back to lane.
Yeah, Victor ult just not having the instant burst as you think most alts would, but more of that damage over time. So just miscalculating just a little bit, unfortunately.
And it looks like Udyr here is extremely far ahead, farming in the jungle. 91 CS to 74, several camps ahead. Looking like mid and bot though on the side of WLA are about 10 CS up on their opponent. Looking like another Drake battle's coming here, and Lilian Bamboo is trying to get some vision in, and WLA is trying to clear it out. So we'll see if they look to start this up or just reset.
Arcane Storm is the ultimate.
Arcane Storm?
Yes.
Okay. Of course.
And of course, with the change with the ultimate here that happened a few patches ago, the ultimate fully upgraded in a team fight is just nuts. It'll literally take up the entire screen if you end up killing 4 people.
Speaking of a team fight, Charm coming down here and Lullaby Low is going to get caught out and be taken really low. Damages are coming down, and Ashtar is coming out. Lullaby Low is going to go in with the Cataclysm. Akira Mene is looking for more, and here is Ash with volleys coming in to deal some damage. Time to Clown is taken really low, though, and it's going to get sniped by WLK on that Varus volley, and he picks up a double kill with his Q. Sniping the Seraphine out from the jungle.
Yeah, what a back and forth play there. Just both teams a little hesitant to go all in, and unfortunately the far assault range really showing dominance there. And they do pick up Dragon. That is number 2 for their efforts. Void Grub's still alive here, so we'll see if we see another giant team fight or if the supports end up roaming for it. And that Victor, the Hex Tech Ray, doing tons of damage here early.
Did they just change all of his spell names? Because I swear it was called Disintegration Ray, but now it's Hextech Ray.
I mean,
Oh, that's Vel'Koz.
that is, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he disintegrates stuff too. It's a
Yeah,
giant
yeah.
death ray.
That's a giant death ray.
Comes out. Void Grubs here being
Oh, Time to Clown catching Ray out, though. WL Kane and Lullaby are going to have to come off of this. Renegade is going to drop that Arcane Storm, but Renegade is looking really low here as Kiramene trades onto him. He's going to have to back, and they're going to try and pick up grubs here, and they should be able to get them. Got it.
So yeah, Udyr just gonna give this one away here. Just gonna keep farming. We see the CS lead here around that 20 mark up for the jungle. So just trying to get those items here. Try to get big. We're gonna give a few objectives early and hopefully on the back end there. But matching it now 3-3, so no one's gonna have that all important 4th grub buff.
And it looks like WLA should be picking up the feats 4 objectives here. That should be 3 objectives in their favor. Picking up 1 set of grubs and 2 drakes. if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's going to be shortly here. Just kind of waiting on the towers, but all the towers here look
One
pretty
more
healthy.
kill potentially for the side of WLA or tower. And
Renegade just
Giramane is getting
smacking
really
him.
low. Thank you, directed camera.
Had to use the Spirit Rush there to get out, and that doesn't feel good as the Ari using the Spirit Rush defensively here, especially when you have the Dark Seal.
Oh, public execution coming out here onto Hestica. Wildstar is going all in. Hestica does have to flash away. Is looking, just to reset the wave, and Wildstar is looking to be aggressive here in this lane. He has to be careful. There, no flash up there on Shen. Wildstar has flash available to them, but Wildstar's looking to reset in the wave after shoving Shen in. Now down on the bot side, just a little bit of farming. Nothing going on.
Yeah, we see Udyr as well towards the backside here from that Shen taking the red buff and possibly looking here for a dive. Ari as well coming up there just in case Shen about a third HP, so is a little susceptible here to still all types of that damage, not having any resistance built up just yet. Rift Herald also on the map, so maybe they were just grabbing a little bit of vision for their efforts here since they're pushed up. But we look at mid lane 2, 20 CS lead by the Victor, completing the Blackfire Torch and the upgraded boots.
Lullaby was spotted out there by a deep ward from bot side's Traction, Helium Bamboo. It's not going to be able to set up the lane gank here. He's going to back and reset towards his jungle. Meanwhile, Time to Clown is going to start start that Shelly, and is going to immediately pull off of it. Okay. Estica and Wildstar going back at it again. This is the most back and forth top lane I've seen.
They are just not giving up on each other. It's the wet noodle fight, but both wet noodles have tacks, like nice little thumbtacks at the end. So Azure
Clean's coming out there, and Seraphine's ult is going to go wide, unfortunately. Just missed within range. Clean's coming out from K, getting him out of range of that ulti. Two ults here down on the side of FEV, and they're going to have to be careful here as they start to shove in.
Yeah, Varus and Bramalt can really lock you down for quite some time, especially if you have the J4 coming down like he is now. This dragon fight is coming up here shortly, and with two ults down, you have to be kind of careful and pick your fights. Flash, though, here by Renegade.
Time to Clown getting a good gank here onto Renegade. Ulti coming down from Renegade, using that Arcane Swarm to dissuade him from any further damage.
And if I see this right, Mbessa is towards Dragon, so they are really wanting pressure here for that. Shen using the TP, trying to grab mid here to help. No, that was Victor. I, for some reason, thought that was Shen. Shen's going to go back to laning here. Does have the Stand United. Dragon
Shen
down
could stand United here if he wanted to. He
should.
There's a look. There's a look.
And
Shen ult could come down here. Renegade needs it. It's coming down. There he is. Big stun coming on. Cataclysm coming through as Hestica is going to pop that Braum ulti, and WLA is using their global ultis to their advantages. And now they're going to look to pick up the dragon as a reward, kite it out of the pit, and take it a little bit more safely. Renegade getting poked here, though. Ulti coming down and is going to get picked off by Traxon. There's no escape here now, but I lied. I lied. There is an escape. My guy, Kane, blocks the damage with his jump wall and manages to potentially pick off one of these two players, saving Renegade 1 HP from dying.
1 HP and a dream, but it's just enough. Call him Houdini. He is Harry Potter, the boy who lived. Gets out of there just in time. 1-0 on 3. Still has the clean KDA for now. Cleanse being used here by Traxon, and all the sums here towards bot side as well. We got heal, double flash. So next objective here, Shelly getting looked at by Udyr.
I gotta say, Ray should have died there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was dead to rights.
He got so lucky. A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. Better lucky than good, right?
In this instance, yes, it is very much so. And ooh, okay, just taking him out there.
Yeah, getting caught out there a little bit. Your wave shoved in. Position is just not favorable for you to be. And now we go to mid lane where Time to Clown and Karamene are going to be on Renegade. And there is no escape for him now. Shutdown going over to Udyr.
Time to Clown, just kind of playing hokey pokey around that area. You got one amazing escape, but unfortunately, there's no follow up or repeat on that instance. So a great shutdown here by Time to Clown. Lullaby of Woe, though, looking here for the Ari Flag and Drag. Doesn't connect. Catechism. Flash.
Oh.
And another flash. Oh, good play.
Lullaby of Woe picking up that low health Akira Menai. Getting that flash as well. Able to cancel his own ulti and, deal that final little hit. And Lullaby of Woe is going to catch out Helium Bamboo here next. But Helium Boo Boo says, I actually got you. Catching him out with a drop of that ult. And we see here now WLA is rotating to Herald.
Yeah, I think they're going to be able to take this one uncontested. Udyr on the other side of the map. Nothing really to do. Alts are down as well. And that Braum pick is really paying dividends for them, as we've seen a couple of alts being blocked here already in this game.
Did we bug? Is there a pause?
We may have.
Game looks like it may have been paused here for a moment. We will find out what's going on and get right back to you. Mine's also paused. Can you send us to BRB real quick? We might have to chrono break. No, I'm checking the game right now. Okay, we may have to chrono break the game. Okay, yeah, we have to chrono break the game. Can you get out and get back in? Or no? Yes, the game is still going. Oh, I see. Okay. I can stream the game. Yep. Okay. Sorry. I cannot go back any further. It's like super scuffed. Yep. All right. Let me know whenever you're ready.
One moment. I can start at 24 with mine.
Can you?
If you want, I can do it. We have one more minute.
Yeah, if you can start it at 24, because like I can only get back to 25.
Give me one moment here to get it set up.
Yep, I'll stop streaming. I mean, the game, I think, is over. Yeah.
Oh my god. Computer, please. Why are you reconnect?
If it's not working.
It's just trying to get its shit together. It lost too much.
Okay.
I'm at
All right.
27.
All right. Can you broadcast mine? It is what it is, you know? It's not our fault. All right. Let me know when we're ready to go. Okay. All right, folks, and we are breaking back to a situation. We have missed a lot. I'm so sorry, Indie Client. We are doing the best we can. Victor coming in with a triple kill. Score is now 11-2, and game is on its head as WLA is looking to push in, taking a 5K gold lead in the span of time that we missed. We have no idea what happened.
I'm guessing a major team fight here, and a lot of people grabbed quite a bit here. Dragon also going down. That is the Hex Tech Soul. So Victor just dancing right now in his arcane boots of happiness. Just going to be able to poke you down. And now 4-1 and 4. 2 items complete. I'm sure he is sitting on quite a bit of gold, as well as everyone else on the team here.
I mean, he almost has 3 items. He almost has Death Cap.
Yeah, that's Baron here. Baron also up will probably be the next objective. It looks like Time to Clown's maybe gonna try to get some vision here after the blue, just to make sure they're not sneaking it, or they might have a chance to fight for it. But I wouldn't be holding my breath.
Yeah, I don't see a way into this game. There's FEV is just on their back foot for the rest of this game here. You gotta play this super carefully, and I think just the damage output and the items differential here coming from WLA is just going to just put this game and break the nexus for them. So
Yeah, you have to play for a pick here. You have to find out, someone side lane pushing, whether that be, the Victor or Varus. I wouldn't send too many people for Shen because you're going to be whacking on them for quite some time, but you have to be able to even the odds at some sort here. But it doesn't look like they're really set up for that as of right now.
well, looking like even the odds, it looks like it's going to be about to be uneven odds as Helium Bamboo and Time to Clown are taken out by a Cataclysm and Arcane Storm. Hestica also fighting Akira Mene under the tower, and it looks like WLA is looking to end this game by taking Baron.
Yeah, they can take Baron uncontested. They can get Otacon if they want. Otherwise, they can just push it right down mid and really kind of take what they want at this point.
I think Otacon's a trap here. I think you take your objective power and push.
Yeah, they're going to bypass it and just go straight down.
Oh, Hestica is caught out. He's going to W, slow the attacks down. Volley is going to come out. It's not going to connect, but Wildstar is going to continue to jump and deal damage. No public execution available, but Hestica is going to try and taunt away, but damage is coming down, and Shen is going to be shut down by Wildstar. Looks like WLA is going to elect to take the Otacon and pick up those Roses getting additional adaptive force.
Yeah, Shen just pushing up a little too far. Does Drake two of them down there for the Otacon. So, as long as you type worth in all chat, you should be okay. That way no one can officially.
I think that's the most important factor is if you type the worth, actually, yeah.
Correct. If not, it's, if a tree falls in the, forest, who's around here, you have to put worth here.
Oh,
But
Wildstar catching out Renegade here. Big catch out, but is the damage from Renegade going to be... Nope, Flash coming back in here by Wildstar, and Renegade is able to shield himself and stay alive, killing Wildstar.
Just the skin of his teeth getting by.
I don't know if Victor still does the thing with his Q. Does the evolution still give him a shield?
Yeah, even without the evolution, it gives him a shield.
Oh, okay. So,
yep.
Looks like maybe it had just a little bit of shielding there coming out. So I was wondering what that was exactly.
Not a lot, but enough there to really make a difference.
Well, time to clown here, getting shoved in by 4 members. Bottom tower is going to fall, and WLA looking to push to end this bot side.
Yeah, they still have Baron here for probably another 20-30 seconds on them. Gotta utilize it while they can. J4 taking a tower shot, but not gonna really disrupt them too much. Tower going down now too. Ash trying to get out, and there could be a fight here.
And there's a big fight. Cataclysm coming down. Akira Minute has to dash out. Lullaby is getting taken low, but Flagon drags through and able to pick up another kill. WLK man is able to kill Wildstar, and people are just following. It is a perfect ace, and Varus gets a triple kill onto the last final tower. Nexus here about to explode in just moments. And game number 1 looking to go over to WLA.
Yeah, what a convincing victory. The skills were pretty even. We didn't see a kill there for the first 10 minutes, but as soon as...
and then we didn't see 10 more for another 20. Right. So
once you pop the fun, don't stop. It's going to keep going and going and going.
Yeah, it was a very low kill game if you actually really think about what we streamed here tonight.
Till the very end.
But we'll be right back here as we try to get you a game 2 that doesn't have Riot Client being an indie game. All right, good luck with that, and we'll be right back. Let me know when we're live. And we're getting right into game number 2 draft. Coming out of the gates, FEV banning away Lulu. Well, we'll see what else they want to take away here. Maybe the Victor is going to get a banned away. It was picked up really early in phase 1 by WLA. So I wouldn't be surprised. And there it is.
Yeah, no side swap selection here. So, that R5 having that counter pick, we'll see where and who that might go to. More 80 carries taken off the board here for WLA, really paying dividends for the scouting and the Amumu as well. Just a really great engagement here. Jinx getting picked up by FEV, those all important uh uh, you know, once you get the kill, just having the resets of that
Yeah,
jittery
think
momentum, what
yeah,
you're
I think it's
looking
a
for
solid pick
here.
here in IBSG. I mean, just that reset is just huge.
Plus, making top plays, hitting the rocket, halfway
Yeah.
across the map and just sniper kill.
Well, looks like
So
WLI is
running
just
it
going to
back.
run it back with Varys Jarvan. I mean, huge combo for them. Just, you know, doing a lot of work. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ray's Way coming out in R3 or something. But we'll see what FEV responds with. Maybe another Udyr. I didn't think the Udyr was bad, but I feel like you need more from your team.
Yeah,
Oh, ooh, I don't hate this. It's
yeah,
spicy, but I don't hate it, right? Jin Zhao Tarek coming out here, and I don't know. I kind of like the Tarek pick. I think Tarek's been S tier for a little bit as a support. Um, I'd like to see how it performs here in IBSG.
it just really dictates depending on how you use that alt and being able to really kind of do the run Adam strat here, kind of keeping Zinzao safe during those fights and really buffing everyone here for that. Karma picked up on the other side here. WLA looking to do a lot of poking with that mantra ability with the Karma, mantra Q, and if you eat it to the face too many times, unfortunately, that's a healthy
Yeah,
gray screen you're going to be seeing here, but no
no,
surprise as for
Shen's
top
taken
fan
away.
again for both sides. Just not gonna see a lot of top laners.
I won't be surprised if we see an Ornn blind picked here or something. Some sort of like tank. But no, it's gonna be the way. Um, Blind picked. Ray is laying down the gauntlet saying, here's my way. I don't think you can do anything about it.
Yeah, just so much range on that champion, and the amount of abilities you have to really is kind of a hard thing to keep track of with most champions. You have a little bit of timing wise of okay,
Well,
this
it's kind of
ability
hard to
down, this
track
is
20
down.
abilities.
Correct. Yes. So Syndra here looking to be the answer of that here. So looking to use some scatter of the weeks and then unleash power onto that way. So we'll see what the final pick is here for the top side if the Ornn does get picked away or if they're gonna go maybe a little bit more crazy pick here. I'm liking the set. That
I
seems to
think
be a
Set's a
really good
safe
pick.
pick. I think there's, very few champs that I can think of that just feel like a hard counter to Set with what's been taken off the board. But then we're gonna immediately tangent and take Camille instead.
I'm
Um,
hoping Set gets picked on the other side now. That would just be a
Ironic.
great back and forth. 8 seconds here for that final pick. The Renekton.
Okay, Renekton coming out here. I don't hate it. I think Renekton's just always a safe pick. It does well into most matchups. It's very net even. Be very interesting to see how that top lane goes because they were fighting back and forth just as like tanky boys, and now they have pure fighters.
Yeah, we'll see if Camille ends up bringing the Ignite TP. You see most of those Camille's running that just so you don't need the flash, just because you have so much gap close. Could give you that advantage, especially with the Renekton, and kind of diminish all of that healing he's going to
You know
bring
what?
to the table.
I want to see Renekton run Ignite TP2.
Right.
Just
I
do
mean,
it.
would be the answer.
No flash tops. Let's go. Just fight.
Is that going to happen? That's to be seen.
Well, we're out of draft. What do you think? What do you like? What do you see?
I think the J4 pick and the run back again of that is just going to be maybe a little
Yeah,
PTSD that we're going to see once again and again and again here. There's a lot of good early game here with the Karma Renekton, but that's also kind of the opposite end of the scale too. If they do end up getting towards that late phase, that Jinx is going to be popping off. Karma is going to be falling off. Renekton is going to be falling off. So, and you have to be really careful with that Taric as well on the other side. So it's if they bring it to a late enough game, I could see the game 3 in our future. But if WLA gets ahead, they're just going to be steamrolling.
yeah, and I think that the way FEV played that first game, where there's no kills for 10 minutes, if they play that same game in game number 2 and just play chill, I think FEV in the long term has a better turnaround, right?
Yep.
Whereas WLA is wanting those kills early.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll be interesting to see how that early game, because I think they're going to ramp it up.
we'll have to see as we head into game here pretty shortly. Um, what it's going to look like. Not seeing any invade angles here from either team, but you never know. Camilo's on the board, but we'll see you in a moment. Hello and welcome to game number 2 of WLA versus FEV. FEV electing to take blue side once again after game 1's loss. Series up 1-0 WLA. What do you think, Katano?
It's not possible. It's not like it's a definitely a one-sided, fight on the hand. It's just how is that early game gonna go? That's kind of gonna spell the rest of the game here. If you end up giving a killer to, top side, or you see the bot kind of get going here, J4 can get a successful gank off. You're gonna be climbing an uphill battle. That's not gonna be great.
I think the problem that we have here, like just at least in the booth, is that there's a lot from game number 1 that's missed just due to the client crashing that we can't really say like how the game went. We can't like tell you what happened. We just know like 3 drakes were taken, and suddenly WLA has like 11 kills and then is winning a team fight, right? So, it's really hard to say like, oh, what did FEV do wrong in game number 1? What can they correct? Because we didn't really see it. We only saw like 10 minutes of the game, and then the closeout of the game. It's kind of hard to make a
Yeah, it
peanut
was
butter
kind of
sandwich
a.
when you're missing the peanut butter and you just
I
have
mean,
bread.
but then you just go get peanut butter. We can't get the peanut butter. We have to find a substitute for it. But there's nothing that really goes with the jelly, unfortunately. So we're kind of stuck opening the fridge multiple times until we figure out what we want.
It's like my
But no ignite
kid.
here towards the top side.
She goes to a nut-free school, so she has to eat sun butter, and she hates it. Well, I hate this sun butter because I didn't get to see any peanut butter. Anyways,
No peanut butter would be. It
Renegade
would
and
be.
Akira
Yeah.
Mene fighting in the mid lane, and I'm interested to see how this fight is going to go in the top side. Hestica getting the level 1 advantage on that Renekton, and Helium Bamboo going half health, being taken low by WLKNA and WLK99.
Yeah, not respecting the level 2 and really kind of eating quite a bit there. Meanwhile, towards mid lane, Wei kind of also, uh, you know, getting getting hit quite hard here with the Syndra early, running that electrocute and getting some really good procs off of that.
Is that just the answer? Is Syndra just the answer to away?
Syndra is a good answer to it. She's good into a lot of mid laners, especially if you can proc some early electrocutes. It just forces your opponent back, and then once you get a little bit of the lead and get the lane bully going, it's a little difficult. But you are very susceptible to gank, so you
Well,
have to be kind of careful about how far you push this advantage.
Well, speaking of little lane bully here, Hestica tried to catch Wildstar out, gets the Fury, stacks up to health, half health, is able to get the heal off. But Wildstar's fighting back here, and that is just going to be a back and forth lane as Hestica is forced to back. But Wildstar's looking to reset their back as they get a little aggressive there. And Hestic has to be careful here. You're getting a little close to that wall. Wildstar could E into that wall, stun, and get the Q auto cube, and that Q's coming out. And first blood
Oh
is going to go over to
God.
Hestica. I'm very confused as to Wildstar didn't activate their E off the wall and get the stun.
Yeah, very confused. That should have been your opening. Save the stun for the end of it here. But
Whoa.
Ollie J4 grabbing up the kill.
And
Lullaby possibly looking for a second.
yeah. Oh, and WLK taking time to clown, almost time to down. And that is a jungler who's going to have to reset on Jin Zhao, and Traxon's going to be shoved back in here, and Hestica is teleporting back to top lane and getting aggressive once more, picking up that Warfield Caulfield's hammer. Um, yeah, and we were talking about no kills early. It is 4 minutes. We already have 3 kills coming out. Warfare has been cleaned by the side of WLA, and this is just a brutal back and forth topside once again. 2 laners just absolutely going at each other.
Yeah, this is not what you wanted to see early. Just 3 kills down, not the end of the world, but an early 1.4k lead. Objectives. We got Dragon that just popped up. Inferno Drake will not be on our soul point, so we'll see exactly what will be in store later on. But back and forth here.
No stuns coming out here by Wildstar. No bounces off the wall into Hestica. I'm very surprised to see that's not the opening strategy for Camille. I don't know this matchup very well, but I would think he would, stun off of wall, Q auto Q, and get that true damage off. Also, I noticed Wildstar didn't take teleport ignite. Actually took
Right.
flash here.
Yeah, I think the ignite would have served a much greater purpose, and you'd be
Whoa, we
seeing,
would have got first blood.
yeah, you would have been singing a different tune. But Tarek here roamed up there looking for Void Grubs early. Karma as well joined in him here, so we could see a really early team fight that could go really well, or we could see an 0-7 here, which would spell a little bit of a disaster.
And Traxon up in the top lane here, just putting in some damage onto Hestica, but Hestica is just running in, building up that fury, getting that call with Meek out, and he's forced to back off here. You're getting a little low. Wildstar on the bot side, a little bit of a lane swap here. Lane swap passives haven't been added to Riot yet, so I don't think that's anything that they have to worry about in this game. But Akira Mene is also going to be caught out here, potentially taken down. Big damage coming out. Ooh, and just almost sniped there. Down about 10% HP. Oh, but is sniped by the WW, or is it the QW by Renegade? I don't know, but it's one of the W abilities where it just snipes and does a ton of damage. I think it is the QW. And it is a big W for Renegade, going up 2 kills.
Yeah, right when you think you have enough range, it's like a Xerath ult range where he can just Q you, and it's like, hey, sorry, not sorry, good luck. But this lane swap, I'm liking it here if you're Camille,
Yeah.
because against the Vargs, you're not gonna be able to do too much into that. But a lot of action here.
Speaking of doing too much, Renegade caught out by that R ability. Yep, that's what it's called.
There you go.
Yeah, that unleashed power is going to come through. Lots of dark spheres and balls going to be thrown at Renegade's face.
I was gonna say something, but I shouldn't. Something about balls and face and
I don't think we're proof for that stream. All right, so Hestica is taking mighty low. Damage coming down here. Rocket from downtown. Big damage as Jinx is going to pick up the kill with her super mega death rocket. And I think that's exactly what you want to see here. I think this lane swap's doing wonders for them.
You didn't want to say the R ability?
No. We got it this time. We know the super mega death rocket. That's one we do know.
Yeah, I think either now they need to either lane swap back, or Karma's doing a good job of coming back, but is it going to be enough here, and have they lost too much into it? So Camille didn't pick up a kill, which is good, but Jinx on the other hand did towards the other side for the efforts, and now we see even a bigger swap. Way going top side against the Jinx, Renekton going mid against the Syndra, and we are just everywhere.
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm lost.
It's an option. We'll put it that way. We'll see how.
Is it a good option? That's the question.
It has to be seen. As of right now, there's no negative side effects on this, but we'll see if
Wildstar looking really low here.
But Zenzao's on the side here, ready for a flank.
W coming down, Root coming down, stun coming out from Varus with the Q follow-up. That Chain of Corruption is going to solidify that kill onto WLK, and Hestica coming in here with onto Time of the Clown. But Crescent Guard is going to spare his life for just a little bit longer until K is able to pick up that kill.
I think Renegade is going to be just fine here towards the top side. Going to be able to really kite these two out and pick up, farm where they need it. But what a turnaround there! Just grabbing a pick off of a pick off a pick, and then for their efforts.
Now Wildstar's in the mid lane,
and now heck, What is going on? Renegade doing a really good job of just throwing out
Here,
every
minute,
ability.
getting 3-man dive here. It's not going off. Super Mega Death Rocket coming from downtown, but actually uptown, and is going to miss everyone through the uprights. Wildstar looking for a play here onto Hestica is going to get him with that W. The stun coming out. Renegade is being taken mighty low. Rockets coming down, damage coming low. Renegade's just trying to farm the rest of this tower, this wave, force this wave out. And Traxon is going to get the kill onto Renegade. Jinx is popping off 2-0. This lane swap is doing wonders.
Yeah, Jinx doing a good job of putting down the traps and saying you have one option, either walk into the traps or die. And well, I think both options it was a trap because they both would have succeeded in the death there. So we'll see if we see any swap backs or if they're just going to keep rotating around here. Looks like Vars and Karma now headed towards top side, way headed back towards mid, and Renekton going back towards bottom. I think they have like a hot potato timer that they are like, all right, every
Yeah.
2 minutes we're rotating. You're going here, and
I
this is
think the
happening.
more chaos you cause as FEV, the more likely you're going to get WLA on a bad rotation. And like here, you're going to see Renegade is going to get caught out. Super Mega Death Rocket is going to come downtown, but Lullaby of Low is going to step up to block it, and the damage is not going to get dealt onto Renegade. Wildstar coming out here onto Varus. It's wall stun off of the wall, and WLK is taken into half health. Hextech's Contraption, I believe it is going to go onto K, but flashes are going to come out from Wildstar, who has to reset the fight. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
we are
Hextech
not
Ultimatum. I was very close.
a lot of TPs being used here. The
Yes.
fight's not over just yet. Void Grub's still up. There's one left on the board here. Time to Clown, hoping to secure that for the team. Does end up securing and a walkout. What a cluster, you know what.
Yeah, and 3 Grubs and 1 Drake going over to the side of FEV. Grant, they are 1 objective away from securing that feat. I think the first tower is the first tower gone. I can't tell. I can't see
believe they're
bot.
still up if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken.
Well, I think first tower is still up, but WLK here is going to get caught out, has to flash away immediately. Varus is getting taken down half health, but WLK is able to get out as both Traxon and Helium Bamboo and Time to Clown reset here. Helium Bamboo is going to pop his ulti, resetting the fight, and Lullaby of Woe, Unleash Power coming out, taking Lullaby really low here. Super Big Death Rocket coming through, missing once again through the uprights.
As a Jinx, it just hurts your soul to watch someone so low get out of there and you shoot your rocket just a little off and you're just like, why couldn't someone be standing right next to there? Dragon being picked up here, this will even it out as a 1-1. And K doing a really good job of kind of baiting them in and kind of sticking to his gun, saying, yeah, I was caught out, I had to blow the cleanse and the flash, but you could possibly come in, and that really let Lullaby get in there and really have a nice catechism follow up.
Speaking of caught out here, for a moment there, it looked like Kay and Kane were caught out, but it looks like Hestica and Wildstar are going back to back once more, fighting and stun off the wall. While Wildstar looking for that fight once more, trying to put some damage onto this Renekton, and overall this Renekton is just like a whole item 20 CS up. I think the lane swap sort of hurt Camille in a way, but at least the matchup was more beneficial for the Jinx, and I think that's where you need to get those kills.
Yeah, up 20 CS here and a 2-0 stat line there on the Jinx. So really kind of coming on earlier is kind of what you're hoping for. But on the flip side of that, you still have a 302 Varus and a 104 J4. Karma also picking up the assist, 1-0 and 5 on her back as well. So a lot of shutdown gold, still on the board for them. No objective bounties just yet. Jinx trying to Zap Cannon just a little bit to see if we can get someone hot out and low there. Renekton going in and out, slice and dicing as he would like.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy about this? It might be 3-8, but it doesn't feel like it's 3-8. It feels like FEV is playing as strong still.
Yeah, it seems like it's still a balanced game where a fight breaks out and you're still holding your breath to the very end to see who survives, unfortunately, on the other side. Wildstar, though, picking up the Trinity Force, having that complete, so great power spike here. Gonna fight Hesk.
Oh, and Hestica's getting taken low here. Um, Fury, I don't even know
Man.
his ult comes out there, but it is going to get the call and Meek out and get Wildstar back in base, counting down that death timer.
Yeah, gray screen for your Renekton, showing that early power that he has, having the Eclipse and the boots upgraded just enough to put him over the edge here. Gonna back, does have TP as well. Shelly being hit here, so Scuttle being the next objective. They're all gonna peel off it though, possibly looking for a fight or a catch out.
Oh, and Time to Clown is going to get that catch all. He's going to catch Kane, and Kane is going to be shut down. That shutdown going over to Time to Clown. Stuns coming out as Corruption, Chains of Corruption comes down. TP's coming down here from the side of Wildstar. Wildstar is going to get onto Renegade. Massive damages coming down. Flash coming out from Renegade. Renegade is going to pop the fear and get Wildstar off of him. Able to escape. And Renekton is looking to push that tower in. Potentially getting first tower.
No, getting collapsed on here. Wildstar looking for the Varus.
And Wildstar's going to find Varus. Going to get the shutdown onto him and looking for Lullaby Wallow next. And Jinx is going to get that shutdown. And right away, the score is back to 6-9.
Best score ever. 2K gold difference here. And it's looked like it's evening up here quite a bit. Dragon still not on the board here for another minute, but a lot of gold here in their pockets. So, blue side got to back, got to get ready, ward up, and really fight for this Dragon because it just takes one more fight to really kind of put you in here. Jinx now 3-0-1. Let's see what she finishes with here with that next item when she backs.
Is it Kanai?
Dragon here up in 40 seconds. We'll see what kind of vision line they start to put down here. J4 trying to roam in here with the Varus, looking for a little bit of action just in case. Off to the side, Renegade and K's now in the mid lane, trying to poke out, but has to be careful of that Syndrome. Meanwhile, towards the top side, no one's really answering. Hesco right now does not have TP, will not be able to join the fight. So it looks like they're willing to trade this Dragon off if they need to. Oh, they're stepping in, but it doesn't look good for them.
Yeah, and ults are coming out here by Helium Bamboo, who's going to keep them alive for a little bit longer. Time to Cloud is able to pick up the kill on to Karma, and people are falling on the sides of WLA. Varus is down. Jarvan is down. Renegade is down.
There we go. There's a Super Mega Death Rocket for the finish. And I think maybe pressing up a little too much. You know you don't have Renekton to come join you. This is where you let them come to you. You have the poke. You have the distance. Let them funnel into you. But they really try to press the fight. And unfortunately, they push a little too far. Grabbing one tower, but not grabbing a second. Shelly barely falling here before the tower as well. Dragon getting started up though, so Time to Clown should be able to pick this up here without a problem or a fight. Are they really letting this go?
I think they are.
They had ample time to grab that dragon, but it looks like they are just going to take the tower and call it a day here. Meanwhile, WLA is going to be striking again here for time 2. This time Syndra towards the top side does have TP. Renekton's coming over and Renegade as well. So we could see another giant team fight here.
Wow. It is 10-10. The gold is tied up, and things are on the swing for the side of FEV. If you are WLA, you are looking for ways to shut this game down and put it back in your favor. And I just think right now the game is spiraling out of control into the side of FEV. And that is exactly what Forge wants from this game.
Yeah, they just have to be patient here. You have the inside track here towards Dragon. They have to come to you. I mean, this might be a time you either start it up or wait for someone, for a bushwhack here, but they have vision on the Dragon, so they are content as a cucumber just to kind of stay towards this mid lane and not really get baited into anything here. Camille, though, looking towards the backside on Vars or, this way just in case there is a priority target, but they are just going back and forth. This looks like more like an ARAM than Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, I feel like there's lots of farm being dropped on the top and bot side, and there's an objective here like that isn't set up from either side. And when you look at it, FEV doesn't have mid tower, but coming out, Helium Bamboo is popping ulti again, and this Tarek is doing work, keeping his team alive, but he's not able to keep alive Akira Mende, and Helium Bamboo and Time to Clown are caught out. Lullaby of Woe, however, is taken low, and that damage is enough to take down Lullaby of Woe.
Yeah, lots of back and forth here. Time to Clown still up, so the threat of Smite is available. Has to go, though, towards the bot side. Is Camille going to get it out of there?
Could Wildstar get away? It's potential. You have a wall to dash off of. Hestica. Oh, the wall. I thought that missed. I thought he just threw an E to the void and was dead.
Dragon still not taken, so we could see a third fight for it here. Surely death timers are not that long here, still 22 minutes into the game. Gold, a little over 500 of a difference, so nothing too crazy just yet for either side. We see shuts down here towards the top side, 100 gold bounty on each one, so both of them trying to stay safe in this next fight, as well as Jinx 4, 0, and 5. That has to be your primary target. You have to hop on her. You have to get, you know, something out of her here. But Tarek ult is down here for a little bit. So if the ult does, or if the fight does happen here shortly, Tarek ult not being able to, save the team per se, would be a giant reflection of them. Sin's out here towards the top side. So Dragon should be free if they start to sniff this out. If they see time.
Akira Minute is going to spot this out here. Can is taking half health there. And Wildstar going in on Hestica. Hex Tech is ulti is going to come out, and Hestica is taken really low here. Time to Clown is going to pop him up, and Shutdown going over to Time to Clown. This Xin Zhao is now 5-2 with a 250 gold shutdown, but they are going to concede this objective here on the bot side, forcing top tower instead. Oh, it was so close. It was so scary.
Would have been epic there. I'm
super mega rocket, death rocket from downtown. What, just moments from destiny of taking the ulti from WLA, and thankfully for them, they were able to get, I guess, the smite off and finish that objective before the damage popped.
Someone's butt cheeks were clenched there.
Mine were. That's for sure.
That was a diamond could be made if you put a coal there here pretty quickly. But the Xin Zhao also going more of a tank build here with a Titanic Hydra, and the boots as well. So doing a little bit more of a cleanup utility front lines and Zhao rather than going for the Eclipse right away and trying to go a little bit more of the damage, saying, hey, we have enough on the team. I just need to play my part here. Blue buff getting taken up here from Time to Clown. Syndra will be loving that buff if transferred over here. Otacon still on the board here. People clearing out vision. No one really trying to grab that here. 25 minutes into the game, but looks like it could be another mid scrimmage here as you see a little bit of vision getting clear, but they are sticking together, which I'm happy to see.
It looks like I believe it's the Ruinous one, which is kind of surprising. Um, so no GA here, I think, from that Otacon. I could be wrong.
Correct. They all look the same, but towards the bot side here, Camille getting caught out just a little bit. Zinzao also
Oh,
looking for Hestica. Hestica's in trouble.
definitely cut out. Kieran is going to be able to pick the kill, and Wildstar's looking for more. Lullaby Low is cut out by the Hextech ulti, and Helium Bamboo is looking to charge into the fray here.
Good use of the Shirelias here for the Karma. Knowing that J4 did pop the flag, but not the drag while he was in the ulti there and not able to hop over the wall. So a good use of the Shirelias for the safety. Meanwhile,
Ton.
Sidelings getting pushed in as well. So starting to farm back up again after the good old 10-minute mid of
Yeah, and
chasing
time to
back and
con
forth.
here, setting up vision for topside. It looks like the gold lead is now in the favor of FEV. 2,000 in favor. I mean, you talked about the fall off here. What does the mid late game here look like for the side of WLA?
It doesn't look good. Your team fights are going to have to be uh, pretty clean in order for that to happen. Time to Clown's going to get more tanky as time goes on. Wildstar also is going to scale really well and really dive that back line. So you really have to play off that back foot, which is what your team is not really wanting with that J4 Renekton. You're looking to go that all in. So you're kind of hoping, the way can kind of pop a little bit of damage here before the fights and whatnot, and the Karma too, to kind of, keep them safe and track everyone on the back foot safely as you kind of speed up and shield. But on the flip side of that, Jinx is just looking scary 4-0-5, looking for a third item. And I think after that third item, gets online, she's going to be shredding anyone she sees.
And Varus is no slouch either. They are 4-2, also almost 3 items. But the point of contention here I want to think about is Jinx has 238 farm, almost up 40 farm here, and just completes that third item just now. It is going to be Until into what is that? I wanted to call it Ghost Blade, but it's not. But anyway, Phantom Dancer, that's it.
Yeah.
And we're on a 3 item Jinx here. You're on a timer.
Yeah, just completed the IE for the Jinx. So now it kind of really becomes that timer as you just stated here. But far as also going to lethality build, which is going to fall off super late as well. So now you put yourself in a little bit more of a more difficult
Oh,
position. Otacon getting started though.
yeah, Time to Con is just starting it, and Wildstar's looking to get onto K here, taking K down about 30% HP. Hestica going to get caught out by the Hextech ultimate again once more, and is going to be taken down really low. Traxon is going to be able to pick up the kill, and damages are coming down. Time to Con is going to be able to pick up another kill. Unstoppable double kill going over to Jinx. Triple kill now going quadra kill, and Jinx is looking like she's running away with this game 8-0.
Yeah, a little bit of the ants go marching in one by one there. K99, unfortunately, getting caught out a little bit. We saw Hestica also roaming up there just in case, but I think it was a bait on top of a bait, and that should be ending it here for game number 2. Even the series 1-1. What a game 3 we are going to have on our hands here.
Yeah, an absolute banger of a game. We got to see all of it. That's the thing about it. So we want to know, like, game 1. Like, we don't know how WLA really ran away with that game, but I think you have to look at yourselves and ask, what did we do wrong and what did we do so well? Like, in that, like, what did we do so wrong in game 2? What did we do so right in game number 1 that we ran away with this game?
You had Victor. That's the deciding factor.
You think so?
I mean, I'm biased as a mid laner, so yes.
Okay. I think Victor's just sheer damage and all potential, and the AoE stun is just like super impactful, right? And like,
Yes.
Hui does a lot of damage, but I mean, I just don't think it's the same as Victor right now, who's been like giga buffed.
Yeah, he's feeling very, very strong.
Well, that finishes it for game number 2. We'll be headed into game number 3 here in a moment. We will be right back as we set up that lobby. And draft coming through here right away for game number 3. A Moo Misfortune being taken away by WLA. Lulu and Victor away by FEV. Not too many big surprises here from either side. Let's see what number 3 band comes out. I mean, it is going to be the Jinx takeaway. WLA not picking it up, but it is going to ban it away from Traxon.
Yeah, I'm thinking they might pick up the Vars or J4. They're switched to the Caitlyn that has been banned here for the past 2 games. So really looking for that prio pick, and FEV gonna answer with Vars of their own, possibly.
Yeah. And
Oh,
first pick is going to be the Caitlyn, and matching it, FEV is going to take away the Karma, maybe.
yeah, interesting pick. They're gonna use. I thought maybe because they hovered the Vars, they hovered the Karma. It was maybe a callback for that first game, but Karma Sivir could be a very disgusting lane. Really gonna do a push poke heavy type feel, and then Sivir also scaling towards that late game as well, and being able to really help the team chase down anyone with that ult. So we'll see what WLA has to answer back here. Next 2 picks, if they pick up an early mid or maybe a prio topside, as we saw the last 4 bans, the last 2 games, topside has been kind of wiped off the board. So now would be the time if you want something to really pick it.
Yeah. And with that Sivir Karma lane, it's going to be very interesting to see how they respond. It's going to be a Maokai. I believe this is Maokai jungle. This is a big time to clown pick. Um, so we'll see how that, if I'm right about that. But followed up immediately is going to be potentially a mid pick here, and it looks like it is going to be a Syndra. I was right, and I think that they saw the Syndra power, they want to take it away, and FEV is going to respond with the Camille again.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of answer to it just because there was not a lot of peel here for the Vars that last game, and a lot of people, getting caught out with the Camille. A little bit of a rough start early, but really shine here towards the late side. So a good top side pickup here, as some more bands are coming through here for the top side of FEV. Meanwhile, they're taking out Silas WLA. They don't want to see anything like that for the mid lane. We'll see if they pick out another mid laner here for that ban. Wukong.
I do like the Silas ban and the Wukong ban. I think the Shen ban is a good takeaway from WLA. Oh, wait, I got it mixed up. That Maokai is a good steal from Time to Clown being drafted for WLA. My mix up, my bad.
Oh, and the Oriana pick. I'm really liking this Wombo.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a J4 coming out here.
All right, and that would really complete it. Or if WLA maybe wants to pick it away from them to kind of take it away, but there's also so many other things you could, pair with it as well. So, and a callback for the top line, Renekton versus Camille. See if either one of them brings Ignite again, or if it's going to be that top TP flash combo that we saw them sporting last game.
And I think you send Maokai support, take away the J4 option, run it back on your jungler. It's doing wonders for your team. But instead, no, you're going to draft the Viego. And you're going to give them the J4 combo.
And Viego being a little bit more of that solo queue pick that really does ramp up if you do get ahead. So I'm looking
Oh,
to
it doesn't
see
matter. They're going to draft
WLA.
Sejuani.
Yeah, I'm hoping for them to get a lot of early pressure here and make a lot of plays with the Viego, so you do get that snowball lead. But that Sejuani pick, I think, is going to pay a good dividend. Just having that upfront tank that can disengage or engage for you with the ultimate will do wonders.
And I think it's a nice leaning bot to top gank here. Top is very volatile for these two teams. Camille and Sejuani are just going to be able to set up a lot of ganks together. So it'll be interesting to see how Viego pass. If he pass to counter gank that situation, that's likely going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Not a lot of
Who you
setup
liking for
here.
game 3 here?
If I'm honest,
Who you calling the victory
FAV,
for?
I really like their draft better than WLA's. There's just I don't see as much easy, like the Maokai setup is easy, but like that's all I see, right? Everything else
I think if we
requires a
switch out
lot
the
more
Viego
setup
pick, I
skill.
feel a little bit more, yeah, for WLA, but
If
just
you
not
took
having
J4 here, this is a perfect draft, I think. Perfect. Like maybe Diana. Diana's fine, maybe. I don't know how it does into Sejuani. But like I think unironically J4 is just the way to go. You've been solid on it for 3 games. Lullaby. I just think you run it back.
yeah, I agree. I think it should have been picked, but at the end result, it is what it is at the end of the day. So, what can you do? But no one could have got out except for Camille of the ulti and Sedge. But yep, and we'll be right back here with game 3.
Welcome to game number 3, WLA versus FEV. It is tied 1-1. This is it. This is the final game for it all. I mean, it all comes down to this. Can WLA repeat what they did in game number 1? Or will FEV be able to reproduce the chaos that got them that win in game number 2?
I'm surprised they're not just lane swapping off the bat, just grabbing it all. They see a little bit of movement here. Malachi has to be careful. Ooh, I think they were lucky to get out of there with what they did.
Yeah, and Malachi could have started W there, and it could have been like a really bad situation. But
Early from the top side here, Wildstar and Renekton going back at it. There is no ignite once again, just the TP flashes for them both.
oh,
Renegade doing a good job of poking, grabbing that execute proc off. It's all important on that Syndra in that early game.
tell me a little bit about this mid lane matchup. I mean, how is Syndra into Orianna?
Um, there's something to be said of both. If you are Orianna and have some good happy feet that can dodge Scatter of the Weak, you're going to be just fine just because that command that you have at your ball, and you can absorb a little bit too with your shielding, but that does have to take effect at that level 3, and you can do some good damage yourself as well, but you're really kind of setting up that team, and making sure that when you do have a shockwave, it grabs that 2 to 3 to really maximize it here. So it kind of depends on the sedge as well. Like we said, Syndra's that lane bully, a lot of cooldowns on her side, but on the side, if you're Renegade, you just kind of take it to her as much as you can. Oriana's not going to be able to be too versatile on that move, so you should be able to kind of line up your abilities and really punish her. Having said that, you are going to be susceptible for ganks around the corner here.
Yeah, and I'd always wondered this. I've never really played much into the matchup, but
Yeah.
as Syndra, can you grab Ori's ball or no?
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
cannot. That would be that would be something. I know, like Heimer turrets you can grab. Those are fun to do. I've
Yeah.
We also did one thing where we had a Lee Sin player, and I grabbed the minion he queued to and then threw it behind so he didn't have to expect a behind. But yeah, you can do some interesting things with a Syndra grab.
Okay. Well, top lane is going about as we expect it to go. These two just love to fight, and mid lane is just getting poked out right now. But Time to Clown is here to reset this lane, and Renegade is getting mighty low. Not sure how that fight's going to go, but Wildstar are looking like they might have to flash out of here, and they do. Getting taken down to minimal HP, and both mid for WL and top for FEV are probably going to have to teleport back to lane here. You could have walked top. Wildstar could have walked. You didn't have to teleport. The lane was,
Just
yeah,
wanted to get there faster. Your legs are tired. It's game 3. You've walked how many miles already on this rift? You're
right.
just trying to help a little bit here. But Lullaby of Woe having to flash out of there does get
Oh,
rooted up.
really bad situation here for Lullaby of Woe. Getting caught out by Time to Clown. First blood going over to Time to Clown. Traxon getting really low here in that fight. WLK resetting to the wave for pushing this wave in now, trying to take as much farm away from Traxon as possible here.
Yeah, now what you want to see out of the Viego. I like the aggressiveness going into the jungle, but you didn't have prio, not the
Didn't have
correct vision
vision.
either, and it unfortunately kind of bit you in the ass at the end there. So first blood going over to the Sejuani, going to be picking up that Giant's belt, really helping out with that buff, and possibly looking here for a repeat. And now, too, if you find Viego, no flash, so it's kind of the all-in moment.
You have 900 gold. You spend it on a Giant's belt.
It's a fashion statement, all right. Just
isn't
let
like
him cook.
Bommy's 900 gold? Like, isn't that better,
Let him
faster,
cook.
clear?
Let him cook. Probably yes, but he wants the belt. Where he wants the title.
He's here for the belt, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Maokai here cut out there, but is going to go all in onto Traxon. Traxon is going to pop shield. Maokai is taken down really low there.
Really good back and forth trades here. Maokai just kind of eating up a lot of these mantra cues. Unfortunately, there's not really too much to do when you're that much melee into two very long range champs.
Yeah, and Wildstar getting here, taking down half health. Hestica is going to go all in here, but Wildstar is able to E-dash away onto the wall and reset back to base. No TP here on top side. Already used to get back to wave one. This is going to have to walk to wave. And Renekton is looking to roam down into Grubs, potentially start those for his team. While Red side is looking Drake here.
I'm liking the trade across map here. Viego on the other side, just in case there is a steal potential. Isn't going to risk it at all. Has no ult or flash to really get over, and just going to give this one away here. Meanwhile, Grub's being taken, as we stated here. Hestica getting pretty low. Has to kind of back off. So, if Camille did wander down just to take a peek, could have maybe got something for the efforts.
Yeah, and it looks like Lullaby is going to pick up the last grub here in a moment. Sejuani in their own jungle is not going to, wander over there. Is going to just trade the objectives 1-1. Kills still 1-0 here on the side of FEV, but Time to Clown here now in the middle line, throwing out that ulti, getting the stun on, and oh my gosh, the damage coming out there as the Orianna ult comes down. Ball is out. Command Shockwave is down, and there goes Renegade 2-0 over to the side of FEV.
That's why you punish him mobile mids, just like that, for pushing up way too far.
I feel like someone from our team is being targeted right now.
No.
I don't know
who.
No.
Junglers, pay attention to the immobile mids and punish them for it.
I don't know who that possibly could be.
Please watch the replay and yeah, well,
Wildstar here cut out. Is getting really low. Might not be able to escape here. Ult's coming down here by Viego, and Wildstar is going to be slain by Lullaby of Woe. Time to Clown is not going to be able to save his top laner, or her top laner, sorry. Or wait, no, that Time to Clown is, it's Lullaby that's the her, sorry.
You're doing
God
great.
damn. It is so hard.
Yeah,
names are hard.
Over and
then you have to remember like exactly who is who and what is what, and
I'm just gonna point and say that person. Unfortunately, chat's gonna have to know what and who I'm talking about.
Exactly, so and that R ability is now online. I do not know how Freak and them and Captain Flowers remember all these abilities, all these spells all the time, and make a phenomenal cast, because it is hard.
Well, they get paid, So
oh, they get paid. That's the key.
Yeah.
So if I just made money, I would be infinitely better. Thank you. That's the ticket. Helium Bamboo is caught out by the W coming out from Maokai, but Traxon is just on the run here, running them down with that Sivir, popping the ult here, but Helium Bamboo is going to have to run here, have to flash, because Maokai ulti is coming out. Teleport's coming down. W going down onto Helium Bamboo from the Maokai, but Hestica is down here with TP. Lullaby Woe is also here with Time to Clown and Traxon just looking to reset this fight here. And Traxon is going to Helium Bamboo is going to back here, and Vision's going to be cleared. A whole lot of things happening for not a lot of action.
Yes. A lot of back and forths here, just little, feint attacks, just, we're going in, are we not? it's just taking a little bit of damage here, but no one really super hard committing to the all-in fights, as this game 3 is the all-important deciding factor here. But what a wombo combo here by Renegade. Not going to be enough at the end, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Hestica here once again on to Wildstar. It just feels like Renekton just wins this matchup.
Yeah, it's looking that way more and more.
And you know, it's just really crazy.
I'm just saying, there's an immobile mid, like
Yeah, you could be ganking that.
no,
Exactly.
there's no flash, or if there is, you could, maybe blow it and then repeat, and then that person just does not have a fun lane at all, and basically take out mid laner. But what would I know? I'm not salty at all.
Looks like both teams here are going to move potentially up to the side of Grubs here, maybe. Might be trading here for second Drake. Red side is going to be on those Grubs, and it looks like Viego's looking here bot side. Potentially a dive, but no, maybe just resetting for Drake. And it looks like he is going to start that Drake immediately. So it looks like it's going to be 3 Grubs for 3 Grubs.
And then
And
Drake for Drake, and
we'll
see what the
a Drake each. Oh, well, but blue team stole a grub, which means there's 4 grubs over to the side of WLA. Hestica's caught out.
Hearing that though,
I mean that gives over warfare.
Yeah,
but it doesn't concede objectives. I don't know. Worth? It's worth in chat.
Oh yeah, you have to all chat it though.
Yeah, absolutely. Back and forth here down in the bot lane. A little bit of poke coming out from Helium Bamboo.
I'm kind of sad it's not Pizza Sipper. If it's not Pizza Sipper, why are you playing Sipper?
Oh. Lullaby low looking here on Wildstar. Able to get the stun off, but Wildstar is able to dash away Eon to the wall, get out and end the skate. 3-1 here with about 1.1k gold lead on the side of FEV. Hestica here looking for another engage onto Wildstar. Wildstar is able to dash away again. Mobility from that hook shot is allowing Camille to play a little dangerous in this lane.
Especially with the Triforce completed too. Now you can really start to take these trades. Renekton still not having the completed item just yet, so it is in your favor. But you do spot out the vision for the fog of war. Jesus Christ, there with Lullaby being on the side here. Nice little sapling being thrown out there by the Meow Kai. Just little kittens of saplings being tossed around. I think that's the only skin I use on Maokai is the Meowkai, just because you're throwing little cats around. It's fun. Ooh. Damage off a Wildstar.
And that's the thing, Hestica's a little bit behind in this lane this time. I don't know really how that happened, but doesn't have the Eclipse completed yet, whereas Wildstar has the TF this time ahead of time.
Maokai kind of looking for engage, but not having. But meanwhile, mid lane.
Yeah. And please excuse the tech issues as we approach FPS issues coming on in stream. Not sure what's going on with that, but we will try and look into it and see if we can't resolve it here on the back end. But bot here is a little 2v3 ult coming out from Maokai. They have to reset here. But thank you, chat, for alerting us to that, and we'll monitor it and see if we can do anything. If not, we'll just try our best. Thank you.
Rift here coming up in less than 15 or around that 15-second mark, but towards bot side here. Karma may have been off a
Helium
little
Boom
more.
Boo caught out. Lullaby Woe picking up that soul, and WL is looking to shove in, get vision here, and get deep into red side territory, potentially looking this bot side tower, but tower going over to the side of FEV is going to secure boots for them. And Time to Clown is going to get that Herald. Bot side tower going to fall over to the side of WL.
Yeah, tower trades back and forth here. Dragon and 45, so hopefully a little bit of setup here. But meanwhile, Time to Clown towards the top side, grabbing up Rift, so that might be a time for them to send this mid here, create that pressure.
Utilize it for Drake right now.
Yep.
Could be a great transition of tempo for them. WL will have to respond to it and respect that with mid tower half health, that it doesn't have the stacks of grubs, but it still is going to deal a ton of damage to this mid tower if it gets there. So 4 members FEV coming mid, looking to shove out, drop that Herald, and look to rotate to that objective here. Very smooth play coming out from FEV as they push in now and look to rotate towards the objective, but Shelly is getting taken down a little low and is going to be able to make contact with the tower. Blue turret is destroyed, and FEV is looking to transition this immediately into the Drake, but with the 3 members of WL responding in the mid lane, rotating into the river. Team fight looks like it may break out here, and Hestiga here is on the flank. Wildstar is able to catch him out. Wildstar gets the kill with Time to Clown, slaying Hestiga immediately. Helium Bamboo going down, though, over on Maokai's behalf. And another kill coming up from Lullaby of Woe, getting those resets in here. Wildstar popping off, but getting killed here as taken way too low by the Caitlyn. Lullaby of Woe looking here potentially for another kill here, is going to get the shutdown, and the ult is going to come out onto Akira Mene. Triple kill going over to WLK.
An ace in the hole at the very end. You can run, but you can't hide.
Talk about an ace in the hole for sure. Picking up that Bud Light ace. We are not actually sponsored by a Bud Light, no.
Actually sponsored by Bud Light. Bud Light. Also, Kit Kat, for some reason, is also Nestle Crunch Bar, Nike, and Milky Ways. But I think we're going to be dropping them just because they're a bad candy bar.
Okay, that's fair.
We don't need that type of publicity for us with the Milky Ways. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the Almond Joys myself.
Anything with coconut in it should not be in a candy bar. I'm going to offend some people, and it's just, I don't care. I'm like Maokai right now. I'm throwing little kittens out and hoping they explode on you.
Damn. Well, if you're WLA, you have to be really happy about that fight. That fight went exactly how you would want it to go. A little bit chaotic, though. But I think that's where Lullaby of Woe really thrived, was in that chaos on the Viego. It was able to get those resets off, was able to get the fights where they wanted. And then, by the end of the fight, Caitlyn, full health, right? Able to just do tons of damage. And no one really there able to stop them.
Yeah, we saw Maokai hold the ult there for, what I thought maybe was a little bit longer than they should have, but it was just enough to really kind of part the sea per se and really, stack the team back and forth, allowing Lullaby to kind of really get towards that back end and really do, tons of damage there. Meanwhile, Caitlyn just got to really kind of free hit while everyone else was kind of running on the back foot. 3-0 and 2, being able to complete, the two items there. You got the Wild Arrow and the crit with the Infinity Edge. So next team fight is going to be popping off a lot of damage. Same with the Syndra, picking up a lot of there, and the Trinity Force here from Lullaby. So a lot of big pickups here for them. So I'm guessing WLA is going to be looking for a fight here once again.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of big pickups, people in chat want to know if you would pick up a pizza with pineapple on your pizza.
Oh my, that's it. Whoever answered that or asked that, you will find my response in Panther chat after the game, and it will not be.
I believe it's Kappa, but it could be wrong.
Pineapple does not belong on pizza. It does not. It's a sin. It's a crime against everything.
I don't mind it on Hawaiian.
No, it just does.
That's like that's what the
there.
pizza it belongs on. Like,
would you put Cheetos in ice cream? Would you put mustard on it? No, you wouldn't. You'd be ruining it. That's what pineapple.
Like just Hawaiian. Like just because you got the pineapple, you got the the ham.
There are no exceptions. None. As someone who ran a restaurant, I would automatically fire that person. That's what I should have done for the hiring process. Make me a pizza, choose whatever toppings. If you picked pineapple, I instantly did not hire you.
I don't know. I don't mind Hawaiian. It's not bad. I feel like most of the time pineapple's just too sweet for pizza. But there's Mediterranean pizzas out there too that are like way too sweet for me. So anyway. All right. If you're FEV, is this a pineapple on pizza situation to you?
We need to get off pineapple on pizza before I don't know. I'm going to take a video of me making a pizza, adding pineapple, and then just throwing it in the garbage. Like making the most delicious pizza and then throwing pineapple on top of it and just spitting on it and throwing it in the garbage. This is quickly becoming like you came home and you realize your dad ran over your dog and you're just sad. That's where I'm at with this discussion of pineapple and pizza. My dad just ran over my favorite animal, my dog.
All right. But tell me truthfully though.
Truthfully.
Do you crack your pasta noodles?
I mean, I'm making my pasta homemade.
But do you crack them?
I do not crack them.
Okay. We got like pure Italian going on over here. Jeez.
Yes, I'm freaking hands together. Hey, bobbity boobity, Mario, get over here.
Well, big fight coming out here. Lullaby and Will caught in that Hextech contraption. Wildstar, though, being taken low. Lullaby is going to be able to get the reset here down. Going to be on to Time of the Clown, but taken down. But Time of the Clown is going to fall as a response. Hestica looking deep. That ulti coming out is going to take lots of damage. Hestica dashing forward. Call the Weak is going to pull him back up to a little bit of more health. A little bit of survivability there for Hestica. Was able to do massive amounts of damages. And FEV is able to pull out of that, only losing 2 members of their team.
Kappa trying to call me out in banter chat, trying to confirm that I like something on something, and that is not true. These are unwanted facts you are throwing around, good sir, and I will remember that. Kind of want a Liam Neeson. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want.
I think the real question is, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Pineapple? No, it's the
pineapple on pizza.
Jesus, if only. No, it's the what do you call it?
Is it the peanut butter ones?
Yeah, chocolate peanut butter.
Okay, yeah. Those are pretty good. I do love Thin Mints though.
No. Oh, you don't put mint and chocolate together. Please don't tell me you're a mint chocolate chip ice cream.
No. I just like Thin Mints.
Okay. I'm gonna be throwing some hands. I'm about ready to.
You don't like Andy's candies? Like you don't like mints? No. Okay.
If I'm gonna have a mint, I'm gonna have a mint. It doesn't need chocolate on it. Like
peppermint patty,
No, I am not having a peppermint patty.
Well, fights.
Am I the last person with good taste on this earth? Ugh. Chef Ramsay would be shitting a brick right now grabbing two ends of the sandwich.
Calling me an idiot sandwich. Yes.
What are you doing? It's fine. I'm not mad.
We're starting fights over here. We are starting fights more than FEV and WLA.
Good.
It
Fight,
is getting
fight,
hostile over Thin Mints in chat. I fucking love it. That's my
Damn
one.
right.
I get 5, I think. Pretty sure. We haven't verified our MMR ratings, but that's okay.
Just know if you're on my side, I will take mercy on you. If not, be prepared.
Azalea here could catch out Time to Clown here, doing some damage, but not a lot. Time to Clown is really tanky here. Pushing in Vision, looking to set up maybe this Baron here. It could be a Baron call here in the next few minutes. Looking to extend their lead. Caitlyn 4-0, just trying to shove out this mid lane. I think that's what they're trying to do here right now is crack this mid lane tower, and then they can finally look to start sieging around the Baron setup. Azalea with the split push is going to be able to potentially get this top lane tower, but 4 members of the team are pushing into this river. I was going to say maybe looking to go top here, but they look just like they're just resetting here and getting what they can. Orianna rotating top to catch what's left of that wave.
Speaking of catching, I think Kappa can catch these hands here after the game. We're going to be... He's calling me out in banter chat. I'm seeing that again, and he's getting me livid here. I'm like Vlad, just boiling the blood. I haven't seen a Vlad forever. Next game, if someone could play Vlad for me, that'd be great.
Well, unfortunately, this is only a best of 3, so we won't be seeing Vlad next game, but maybe in a different series.
The next person who plays.
Renegade here, caught out by Wildstar. Hextech contraption, I believe it is going to call. Renegade is popping that unleashed power, I believe, and Wildstar is going to get that final Q off and get the kill onto Ray.
Yeah, the Hextech Ultimatum is
Hextech Ultimate. I keep calling it Hextech Contraption, which is kind of cool.
It's kind of you put yourself anyway.
Akira Mene caught out here. Not good. Shockwave coming out, and Flash is going to be able to get away. And Time to Clown is looking for a re-engage here. Could be potentially big here. Maokai ult is going to have to come down, but Hestica is oh my goodness. This is so... a tree saved the day. A tree saved the day. WL. Oh my God, Kane. Just saved the day with a tree. Is going to get caught out. This is really bad.
He's going to be made into paper here.
K is caught out, but is going to be caught by Renegade. And K is 1 HP currently. Baron is on the table. And this game is back in the hands of anyone's game.
Yeah, 300 gold difference, and there's not a lot to separate these two teams.
I just think that play really throws it for WL.
It was way too much. You were diving way too deep. You didn't have Caitlyn. Right now, you're legitimate and literal and figuratively your ace in the hole. For these team fights, so it was kind of a catch-22 moment. The tree, doing a little bit of work, but not enough to survive, unfortunately.
Yeah. And what's the non-ruinous one? What's the other one called?
The what?
Voracious? Is it Voracious? Voracious. Voracious Otacon here on the table. GAs have been set up here,
bushwhack.
But the bushwhack is in play, and potential is big here. Does it really matter though? Because they have GAs. It's not as big as it looks, and members are taken low by the sides of FEV. Shutdown going over to Camille, and really, it looks bad for the side of WL.
Yeah, I mean, first
they just got Atacon.
You can't stack like that. You got to space yourself a little bit out in the bush. Make sure your backline is safe. You blew it all early. Giggity. And then there was a comeback once again. And they did not calculate that really well. And their team too, they're not we can burst comp you down. It's that pick style. It's that we're gonna run you down, not the you come into us and we just wombo combo like the Oriana would, and Sivir.
Yeah, and FEV looking to turn this Baron here, and it's getting
No,
deleted.
yeah,
4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 HP. It is gone before blue side can even get there.
yeah, that could be spelling the end point of this game here, for them. So, Eska's going to be falling off here in a little bit. Not, not a major drop off, but just enough now that Camille's going to have probably the upper hand here. Han has really shown that they can kind of really 1v1 anything on this sideline. And if Renegade doesn't, uh, you know, do well of grabbing that vision early or pushing up past what she has vision of, that could spell disaster, as that Camino is just going to whop right on top of Renegade. And there's not enough burst damage with that magic shield that she's sporting here when she
Yeah.
does go in.
And he's down half an item too. His problem that the Renekton is like he's 0-3. And this 4-4 Camille's only going to get stronger here. 3.5 items looking really big. Level 17 to level 15 is just,
Yeah. They just got to play safe here.
Good situation.
The minions do their work. They got cannons on there. It's going to start whittling down eventually. There's the engage.
Lullaby's caught out. Lullaby's already gone. Akira Mene getting the kill.
You only have 2 people defending it. Just give the tower. There's nothing.
Renegade caught out here. Renegade using the Scout of the Week to shove Wildstar away and is going to be able to escape with just barely 1 HP.
Trying to leave well enough alone, but not being able to do it. It's okay if you give up a tower. It's not your tower, that's protecting the inhib. Just back off, regroup. Half your team is not there if there's engage. And now here's a quick reset. More items being picked up as well, and it's looking worse and worse here for WLA.
It's looking worse and worse for my pick'ems. That's the bad thing for me.
You pick pineapple on pizza. I don't feel bad about this.
It was circumstantial, okay? It was one Hawaiian pizza, all right?
It's one is too much.
All right. Well, I mean, it just your mid laner Syndra Ray is just 1-3, not like very far ahead. Like we don't have any kills onto him. We don't have any kills onto the Renekton. It's really hard for those sort of players to be behind right now. Just behind in levels, behind in items, behind in just in general. And now you really have to ask yourself as WLA, how long tomorrow do you want to VOD review that play topside jungle where we chase too far? Because I think that's what threw you this game and potentially could throw this series here.
They have the pick comp team, which is, great, but you need to be able to have the vision for it. You need to have the power to back that up. And right now you're lacking on both, unfortunately. And your team comp's kind of flailing in that. So maybe I would have picked a little bit more secure of jungle that could have, definitely carried you into the late game. That doesn't depend directly on that. Having said that, Lullaby is doing a great job on the Viego.
Yeah, absolutely.
Made, but as a team point right now,
J4 could have done wonders here, I think.
There's a lot of flaws being had here, but it will also be the call of the dragon. Less than a minute here, around that 30-second mark. We'll see if there's another bushwhack incident here, or if they end up just trying to maybe give this one away. But I don't think either side is really going to let the other have it. It is soul point here though.
I mean, if I'm WLA, I'm just conceding this and trying to get objectives across the map. Like I'm trying to get farm, I'm trying to CS. Like this is third Drake for FEV. That's fine. You can give this. You don't have to fight for this. Like it's not necessary to throw your Nexus for third
Double
Drake.
back again.
Yeah,
Yes. Line it up.
And it looks like, WLA is just moving into red side top area, just farming what they can, sending Renekton to mid, pushing out that wave. There's just no avenue here for WLA to come in and even get onto FEV. Wildstar here looking for that engage onto Hestica has been, Shirelia's has been dashes with the hook shot across the map, trying to get onto Hestica, but is not going to be able to catch him out. A little bit of a 40-second cooldown there from that Shirelia's,
It's going to be up in no time before they know it. You're already half done over it. By the time you back and get into a lane, it's already there again. I think it's very underutilized, especially when your team doesn't have a lot of gap close. To have that on top of the Sivir as well, you are just running around at Mach 3 while the other team has to try to catch up with you and really kind of either wasting their time and abilities trying to, accomplish that.
And something I just want to point out here, look at the vision surrounding that Drake. Like, there are wards on every single bush. Like, it's actually insane.
Oh, Lullaby just baiting it out, and maybe a
Oh,
successful
Helium
one at
Bamboo
that.
immediately caught out. Hestica here looking for more traction, could be caught. Has to
Well,
cleanse the damage, or has to cleanse the ulti from Maokai. Lullaby looking for more now on to the Time to Clown, but Shockwave is going to come out and damage is going on to Time to Clown, but it's not a lot. Lullaby is going to get slain by Akira Midnight, and shutdown's going on over to WLK. Watstar is getting really low, trying to get onto this Caitlyn, but is not able to pull it off. Sivir here running down the Maokai and the Caitlyn here could look to ace and does. Triple kill going over to Traxon.
it baffles me. Leave well enough alone. You got the pick. Stop chasing. Go to Baron. Make them.
Why are we spending 5 hours trying to kill Time to Clown?
Just
the guy, the champion has ingrained tenacity built into its kit, has health out the gazoo. It 240 stacks on a Heartsteel. Like,
it's like putting pineapple on pizza. You just would never do it. Or adding, mint to chocolate.
Yeah, exactly that. There's no Hawaiian. There's no Girl Scout situation where in any time you would think, Sejuani is the optimal choice here in this team fight.
Yeah, I'm not going to Pizza Ranch and ordering a Sejuani pizza. That's just not going to happen. I would like to do it just to see if anyone understood, but I don't think anyone that works there in my town would be like, what?
I just feel like they have tunneled in on some of these fights a little too far and have gotten themselves just too deep.
I was about ready to call out our AD Carrion. Say they have worm vision. I love you, worms. Don't hate me. But K99 shockwave and deleted.
Immediately deleted. Caitlyn off the table here. All your damage is gone. Time to Clown is just being accelerated with that mid lane Orianna. 7, 2, and 12, looking to shove out this Baron, looking to run down this game, end the game, and Baron is just being deleted.
And we got 1 minute on Dragon 2, so that might be the call back. Dragon, push for the end here. You already have mid lane crashing down here. Camille's doing a good job of split pushing. But I think drag, grab soul point, and then just run her down again. There's nothing that can stop you.
No. I just don't see it. I don't see a method for I just don't see the tankiness. I don't see the durability from from LWL to win these fights. you have Cleanse Siver, who's able to just get out of any CC here. Hestica caught out again with that Hex Tech. Ultimate. We're never going to get it right. It's okay.
Ultimatum.
Hestic. Ultimatum.
There we
I
go.
was so
You're right
close
there.
that time.
You are right there with it.
And is going to fall down. Kill going over to the side of FEV now 5v4. Not a great situation with Baron empowered minions still on the table for the side of FLA or FEV. Sorry.
Yeah, I think right now they just kind of play it safe. Mid lane's going to be crashing in. They send Camille now towards the top side. They're going to have to answer at least with one, if not two people, and that's going to be a free drag for them.
Yeah, red team already has slain the Drake. Drake going down in just seconds. Cloud Drake accelerating this team even faster across the map is actually gross to watch how fast that Orianna can speed up that team with Cloud Drake. But Lullaby is catching Wildstar out here, but they're not going to be able to get onto him before bot side is just immediately deleted by the side of FEV, and FEV just looks like they're deathballing altogether. Look at that shielding, look at that speed, look at the damage that's going to come out here in just a moment. It is insane.
Yeah, I think just a few bad chase decisions really kind of just biting the team at the end here. They're looking towards the top side. They're going to take this tower. No problem at all. Style points right
Wildstar
now.
here, catching out Lullaby of Woe, immediately target them. No resets this fight, but Wildstar is going to be deleted by Renegade. Orianna killing. What was that? Oh, Hestica looking for a flank here. It is going to get Helium Bamboo here deleted onto Traxon immediately. Looking maybe, I guess we're going to focus the Sejuani again. And we're going to get it. Damage coming out here potentially onto Renegade, but Renegade is going to be able to Zanya's kill going over to Kiramene. K is going to try and come out here looking for the damage. It's a big auto. Shutdown going over, double kill going over to WOK, but there's not enough health. There's too many minions. Nexus could be falling. And Nexus falls. And so does WLA. 2-1 FEV. What a game. What a series. I have no idea what happened in game one, and neither does anyone else. But FEV just played dominantly from everything I've seen.
I think maybe, a little bit too much, I wouldn't say ego, just maybe confidence off of that game one saying, hey, we know we can run it down. We know they fold like paper. They tried it again, but they ended up being made of steel and really mounting this comeback. And part of it due to draft, as well as playing smart and really sticking to that team comp that they wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, that's it for our series here. Um, is it too late or are we good? All right. Let's see if we can get someone here in stream to do a quick little interview and just talk to them for a moment, and just get someone here from Forge Esports. Well, welcome to the call here. Time to clown. How's it going?
Great, man. I mean, a little
Yeah,
rough start from us, but
yeah. Well,
can't complain about that.
no one saw it. Congratulations on the win. Um, it was just excellent to see two games for sure. Out of you guys that were really solid. Game three looked a little shaky in the early game, but you guys looked like you picked up on a lot of their mistakes. And you rotated them into objectives, took that Atacon, brought it down, and the Drake fight, looked like they tried to take a fight while you guys had Atacon buff, and just really accelerated the game for you guys back into your favor. Um, what kind of things are going on for you guys, like coming out of game one? Because no one really saw a lot of game one into game two to get you guys into this
Yeah,
phase for
definitely.
a
I mean,
reverse sweep.
yeah. No, I mean, definitely just game one is just kind of, kind of sat back a bit too much on our end. We're not as aggressive as we really should have been, and we were kind of focused on, hey, let's pump it up. Let's try to be aggressive. Let's push forward. And so we got, Wild on Camille and, myself on the Xin Zhao. It was really able to do it, and then the supporting folks from Akira and from Helium and Traxon just kind of, once we did some of that early aggression in early game that we were able to facilitate, they can just carry us into the late game super hard, and it's really really easy to play from there. So I think that was really the biggest thing, was just being aggressive and playing to how we know how to play the game. And then from the improvements that we've made. So it's that was really it that came out of it. It's like, let's be aggressive, let's make the right calls, let's play smart like we know how to, and talk about it, and we're good to go.
Yeah. Um, there was a little talk, a little bit about the drafts. We saw, I saw they tried to draft away your Maokai, put you off. You know, um, was there anything about the drafts that like really surprised you guys, or like takeaways that you're like, oh, okay, and then, or like were you just like go with the flow kind of thing, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I think it wasn't. I think the Jinx ban game three we're a little bit surprised by. We
Yeah,
kind of thought that they were just going to let that go through and force us to ban it. So that kind of opened up a lot of options for us. I think that was probably the most from the drafts I remember. That's like the most surprising thing that I can think of.
that actually
Other
surprised
than
us
that,
as well.
yeah,
We were
it
surprised
was
they weren't willing to take it and weren't
yeah, or at
forcing the
least
ban
put us
it.
on the onus on, like, hey, you guys have to ban Jinx or we're gonna play it. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
So that was definitely something that we weren't too sure about. Um, Aside from that, I don't think there was anything that really surprised us too much. I think Lullaby was right. I can say scouting for Lullaby was really hard. The dude kind of plays whatever, so it was kind of difficult to know like what he's going to go in for jungle matchups and seeing what we would expect him to play.
Yeah.
But I think our shout out to our coaching staff, Koi and Born, incredible coaching staff that we have on Vanguard. For just coming up with some really solid draft choices and some really good picks for us to play our game.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you all are very excited about this win. I think this brings you what, 1-1 or 2-1?
2-1,
Uh,
2-1,
two and
yeah.
one overall. Very good. Congratulations to you folks. Yeah, it looks like FEV might be just moving up the power rankings here with this win. I mean, WLA was scouted pretty highly, and you guys take them down 2-1. I mean, you guys have to be
Yeah.
thrilled with that.
Oh, definitely. I'll let you into a little insight. I think we actually lost like a month or so ago. I think we lost like 1-2 or 0-3 to these guys in scrims. So
Oh, okay.
this was a really good bellwether check for us. Again, like I have to give a huge shout out to again our coaching staff and of course my teammates. All of them have really put in a ton of effort to improve our game and get things together over the past 2-3 months. The progress that we've made has been incredible. I'm so happy with the version of Vanguard that we have today. And there's still so much more that we can work on and improve on. So I'm very
Yeah.
excited about the future. I think we've got a really good shot to do the best we can. And really, we're just out there to go on the Rift and play the best League of Legends that we can play. And if we can do that, we'll feel really happy. I mean, even game three, regardless of how it was going, I'm like, man, I feel like we're really fighting it, really putting it to them, and really trying to play our game. No matter how this game goes, I think we can. We're unless
Hmm.
bar any crazy things, I'll be pretty happy with how we play. And when you play like that, you win out. It's awesome.
And if you don't mind me saying, I think it's a huge upgrade from Optimal Esports Vanguard.
Thanks, man. No, we're excited. We're excited about the name. We think it's we like the org that we have here at Forge. We've got a lot of great leadership that stands behind us as trying to make this org really awesome. And of course, we got a lot of people who came from the former OE and we're graciously decided to join the org and continue with us. So it's a great community. Really happy. There's a lot of people that I've made great friends with. A lot of people who really helped me out and helped me improve my game by playing with them. So, this is a win for Vanguard, of course, but it's really a win for all of 4G sports. I think there's a lot of people who had a lot of hands in helping us become better players and, helping just have an awesome community. So if you're looking for a team, come to Forge. We got awesome people here.
You got anything from Katana?
Yeah, I'm here to spice things up a little bit. So I kind of want to know, who are you looking forward to for your next game? Like, who's your eyes on your next target that you really want?
Oh gosh,
next
who are
on?
we excited to play against? I gotta pull up the schedule really quick because I don't remember who we're gonna have next. But I think any of the projected top teams are obviously going to be really exciting. I'm really excited for like a lot of people that we're playing against because obviously the West has kind of been stacked, and we were kind of rated as kind of one of the lower rated teams to play against. So it'd be really cool to play any of them. I think the top teams right now, like unsurprising, like JRGC, TD Phoenix, AIE, Coachless, like they seem to be doing quite well at the moment. So playing against those guys will be really cool. I think either JRGC or AIE. There's a couple of guys on AIE who I know, so that'll be fun to play against them. And then obviously JRGC coming off the season they had last season would be cool to, even though it's a different roster, it'd be cool to pick some wins. So I think those probably, but really we're just excited to show what we can do in such a strong conference for a team that was underrated in the power rankings and prove hopefully prove some people wrong, or at least make them rethink what they initially thought about us.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
It's vindication for you and a little bit of justification as well in your guys' head, knowing that you can play the way that you want to play. Now let's go to an individual level. Is there any certain person you're looking to we'll put Whoop on?
Yeah. Let me see. Is there anyone? So, I mean, I haven't been in competitive super long, so this is only my really second full season that I'll be playing. I've only played one like a half of one before that. So there's a lot of people that I'm really not familiar with. A couple of people I remember from last year. I don't think we'll get to play them yet, but maybe if we make it to the playoffs and like are able to play against like Pizanski, I remember playing against him last year. He's quite good with rat tactics. I always knew that he's been noted as a solid jungler. Trying to think who else is on the list of people that I actually know that I would play against.
Just call out.
I think Soren Noel as well on White Lotus Wisteria. I remember him last season for the bit of time that I played on Elysian. They also, I remember them being a really solid jungler from playing against them. So I would say, yeah, probably those two are names that come to mind. But really, a lot of these people are names that I'm not super familiar. And I'm excited to play against. I guess Kappa wants some smoke. So we'll see how that goes next time he's trying to start some beef.
Hell yeah. Well, congratulations to you, man. I know a lot of teams looking at you a little bit differently tonight. Looking at you, excited to try their luck against you. I know. I know. We certainly learned a few things about FEV this week.
Yeah, I mean, all I can say is every single player is a threat. From the most visible person to the person that you might think the least surprising you. Everyone on FEV can carry, and everyone on FEV can contribute. So you got to take down all 5 of us if you want to win.
Hell yeah! Well, congratulations again. Thank you for joining us, and
Yeah,
hope you have a good night,
guys.
man.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, it's been a good game, and this has been us here on Merc, and thanks for watching.